So, TXT International is an executive recruitment firm, and we have probably been in the business, I want to say 15 plus years, though I have been with TXT for 8 plus years. And the real foundation that sets us apart, and generally our unique, selling proposition or USP, is going to be our data driven nature. So we do not operate traditionally as a headhunter in the market. We do work at the executive level. So think SVP, C level sorts of roles across geographies and across industry sectors. And the reason that we can do that is because we utilize data and digitally available information to target and engage and attract candidates who we think our clients might be interested in. So we're not really setting a foundation in terms of a black book of contacts, right? We are doing every search from scratch, utilizing algorithms and data points that we've collected over many years to find the right person for the job based on the requirements, which of course all are very specific depending on the client and the person that you're dealing with. And we do every search from scratch in that manner. So it is a very digital, forward thinking, data driven approach to executive recruitment. And that has kind of been the foundation for the firm since its inception. And we've been operating, I want to say probably, actually, to correct myself, maybe even 20 plus years in the market, right? So very successful working with clients across industry sectors and across geographies. Well, I would say that, as businesses grow, you're looking at softwares and different platforms that can help support that growth, right? As a executive recruitment firm, of course, we have, contact information, past relationships with clients and companies across the globe. How that's interconnected sometimes is very difficult to map out in a CRM or ATS system, because you have both sides, right? You have the candidate generation side, and then you also have the business development side. So I think with our old platform, and the reason that we inquired upon switching to Recruit CRM was specifically because of the clunkiness. Maybe it was outdated previously, the system we were using. It wasn't cloud based. And so we were having issues with speed. We weren't really utilizing that system to the fullest. We felt like there were a lot of improvements that could be made, but principally it was the speed, being a global company, wanting to make sure to access that information without having to use VPNs and the like. So I think the impetus was the fact that we were looking for a more modern, cloud-based system that could track kind of everything all in one. And we ended up kind of doing some research when we were coming to our contract renewal period with that previous system to say, actually, I think there are better products out there, which led us to a conversation, obviously, with Recruit CRM. We spoke with Ankit previously and kind of got an idea for the product. And then we're able to switch over, speaking with Rutvik. And so the entire team has been really great and seamless. And we did evaluate several platforms and ultimately chose Recruit CRM because we felt it best suited our needs and kind of, felt like there was a connection with the team as well that was going to help kind of, I think, TXT to be more efficient, and obviously on the cloud as well, which is super important to us. Yeah, I think that the principal reasons for choosing Recruit CRM was the customizable nature of the platform. When we spoke with the team and we were getting to know the system and the tools that you all have. But I think ultimately the decision was made for a number of reasons. One is the speed and the cloud-based nature of the platform, but also the ability to integrate a variety of tools such as Skype and text messaging systems, as well as the customer support. So there were a lot of factors that felt very positive about Recruit CRM. It felt very modern as well, and sort of easily adaptable to our needs and the way that we utilize an ATS or a CRM. Felt like it could be easily incorporated with the Recruit CRM platform. Yeah, I think that the overall first impression is that the product is made, or system, right, is made for modern day recruitment. And there are a lot of ways to integrate, customize, kind of, support clients real time. And these are things that I think in this day and age, a lot of customers or database system users look for. So I feel like our first impression was pretty positive with regards to, it being a solution that could accompany us at TXT moving forward as well, into kind of more of a tech and data oriented, future thinking sort of capacity when it comes to recruitment, and how the system, the CRM and the ATS could accompany that journey. Yeah, I wish I could provide you with a solid number. I don't think that this reflects on on Recruit CRM at all. I feel that our benefits and what we've gained from the platform are primarily intangible figures, unfortunately, but nevertheless very important. I think the increase in efficiency, the speed is really saving our team a lot of time. And ultimately, I'm sure that translates to productivity figures, right? I don't think that the system itself is kind of the reason behind an increase in number of placements. We do use it a little bit different than maybe some individuals. We don't post jobs with Recruit CRM, right? So that's not how we operate at an executive level. But I would say that the biggest value it gives us is the time savings, the support that we have. It allows, from an administrative perspective, our team to work much more effectively, and 100% that translates to better results and better, tracking of potential new business deals. So unfortunately, I can't give you an exact answer, but I have nothing but positive things to say about the maybe more intangible and soft sort of benefits that we've really been able to accrue using Recruit CRM. I think that the best feature for us, coming from a clunkier, maybe more legacy system, was definitely the integration. So I would say the ability to have everything at your fingertips and click one time to have all the information you need, whether that's for a candidate, whether that's for a contact, for a job, for a deal. All of that is now in one platform, whereas prior we had various different systems and platforms and Excels because we couldn't track everything in one system. So I think the appealing nature, principally, if I have to choose one for Recruit CRM, is going to just be the seamless sort of integration and display of information that someone like myself might need for any given call, whether that's for a candidate interview or for a new business development, deal prospect. So I think that would be the highlight, I suppose, of the features. But I think that a second tier highlight as well is also the fact that if you don't see it, it probably can be customized into the platform for you. And that's obviously a huge advantage in terms of looking at a recruitment database or ATS CRM, when you have the ability to customize that per the use of the company and the colleagues, the employees, then, that's really a very big benefit, to any organization. Yeah, I would say, I would recommend 10 of 10, right? I think that all organizations and all platforms have things that we can learn by working together over time. We're probably, less than a year into our journey, and we've had nothing but positive feedback from the rest of the team. Myself, as an active user of the platform, both on the ATS and maybe more the kind of sales CRM side, don't have more positive things to say about the actual system, as well as the team that supports us, 24/7 if we have any concerns. So I have, nothing but recommendation for the recruitment firms of the world to be kind of switching over to Recruit CRM, because I do think it is customizable. It's, real-time support. It's cloud-based, so it's efficient and speedy. And all of the integrations you could possibly want can be incorporated in a very user-friendly, platform. So very, very positive experience thus far, and expect that continuing into the future.